Premiership a fortnight earlier, while Chelsea was still on track to win the domestic league and cup double. Your commentators at Wembley Stadium, Martin Tyler and Ray Houghton.
Team news for you. Aston Villa have James Milner fit again after Achilles tendon trouble. Milner, their Wembley scorer 6 weeks ago in the League Cup final. Only one change from that starting 11, which lost here to Manchester United. John Carew, who has scored 6 goals already in the FA Cup, he keeps out Emil Heskey.
Just looking at the formation here, we think it's going to be a 4-4-2 lineup for Aston Villa. We know the back four, that speaks for itself. Downing and Ashley Young are going to be pivotal today, because if you're looking at the weakness maybe in this Chelsea side, it could be the full-backs. Slightly surprised they're going with 2 up front. I thought they might try and pack the midfield and match Chelsea up in that formation.
Well, the Didier Drogba question has kept Carlo Ancelotti occupied. The 31-goal top scorer didn't appear in the 7-1 win over Villa, but came on to strike that decisive goal against Manchester United last Saturday, and that has got him back in this 11 in place of Nicolas Anelka. Drogba has an outstanding Wembley record too.
I think it's a good formation, to be honest, for them. I like the midfield area. I think they've got creativity in Deco. John Obi Mikel will sit in front of the back four. Frank Lampard, we know, he will score you goals, but Malouda's been in the form of his life for Chelsea. Lovely to see Joe Cole back in his side, and Drogba, obviously, is a key player here at Wembley.
Carew. Mikel forced to play it back. Petr Cech. There was some speculation that Hilario would get another game in the FA Cup. Has been the occasion in the past for Chelsea to rest their main goalkeeper in this competition. He wouldn't want that. But here's Joe Cole. He's cut across the ball and rather hooked it, and it opened up as he would like from the left onto his right foot.
Another slip as well, Martin. Just watch Quayle. When we see Joe Cole pick the ball up, he cuts inside and watch his left foot slip for under him again, which gives him the room to get the strike away. You'd always advocate to go across the goal, but there's plenty of numbers in the box there.
So much of the ground, as you can see from that shot, looks so good for the fans. And it's the footballers who provide the spectacle, or try to. And if their balance is constantly being disturbed by what's under their feet, it's not good enough.
You don't want a team losing the semi-final because of the pitch, do you? You're losing your footing at the critical moment when someone's got to make a tackle and you can't make it because you've gone over. You know, you want, as I say, the best team playing the best football winning.
Here's Villa trying to play their football. And Milner to size up a shot. And it went past the goalkeeper, and for a fraction of a second you just wondered whether it was going to go inside that post.
Well, he thought it was in, didn't he? You can tell by his reaction, Milner. They don't really close him down, do they? Chelsea had 3 in midfield, but John Terry's the first one out. Doesn't really come out quickly enough, and I'll tell you what, Cech is stretching for this. I think he might have realised at the last second it was just going past the post, but terrific strike from James Milner, who's had a great season for Aston Villa.
On the Hoare, past Deco, on to Milner. Here's Downing. Oh, it's over Cech. It's still in play. Ashley Young to put it back, and this time Terry does head it away.
What a ball that was. That was absolutely stunning from Stuart Downing. He just enticed Cech to come out to go for it, and I think it actually catches John Carew by surprise, because he feels that if he's not going to get it, John Terry's going to get it, and he had a perfect opportunity. He kept his eyes on the ball, maybe to get a header on target.
Well, the point I was going to make was that it's Drogba for Anelka, not Drogba and Anelka. Chelsea look as though they've perhaps come to terms with the fact that Drogba and Anelka aren't very good together.
Well, I think he's realised that, hasn't he, the manager, and he's made that choice, one or the other.
It's a good touch by Drogba. Malouda, here comes Drogba. Great block by Warnock. And away come Villa. That was the most threatening we've seen from Chelsea. And Carew is offside.
Why didn't he leave it though, John Carew? As soon as he knew he was offside, and he knew, he sort of looked across, thought, oh, shall I, shan't I? And in behind him certainly was their player coming in. This is the chance again, and watch the 2 Villa players actually fall over. Watch Warnock, he's already slipped, he's already gone to ground. You know, Stud's gone from under him, same's happened to Richard Dunn, but what an excellent block that is.
Lampard. Here's Mikel. Chelsea trying to finish the half much better than they played for most of it. And Joe Cole did well to force Friedel into the save. It was an awkward dropping ball he had to spin on.
I'm not sure about Stephen Warnock's defending here. Look, he's up against Drogba. He's actually just ducked his head. I don't know what he was trying to do there. He felt he was going to get hit from behind by Drogba. You've got to be more positive.
So it might be Anelka's turn to come from the bench and do the necessary for Carlo Ancelotti. This is what Drogba did at Old Trafford last Saturday, but in a match in which Chelsea played much better than they've been playing, at least in the first half. One or two better signs in the second half. Drogba gets it across beautifully. Now that was very much more like the standards that Chelsea set.
Well, that's that little run I was talking about that Drogba makes, and it's Joe Cole who gets just in front of Brad Friedel, just couldn't get his studs to it. Better run from Cole, better run from Drogba, better all round by Chelsea. Whether they really believe that they're good enough to beat Chelsea, you know, if they really extend themselves and push themselves on, I think there's an outstanding chance of them winning it. But at the moment, I'd have to say if anyone's going to score, it looks more likely Chelsea. Just the way that they're just getting a stranglehold on the game now, making a few passes, and they've always got that threat of Drogba up front.
It's Milner who clears. Agbonlahor chasing. And chasing way ahead of his teammates. It's the sort of thing that when Agbonlahor's at his best, he offers so much. A quick throw to Ashley Young, who's in behind Chelsea here. Oh, the final ball again.
What is it? That's a nothing ball. That is a nothing ball. He's not looked for anyone. He could have pulled it back. He could have hit it in hard and low and hope for a deflection of one of the players. This is great play going past John Obi Mikel. Then you've got to do something with it. That's a really poor ball from Ashley Young.
Here's Ashley Young. Villa at full throttle here. Cleared by Alex, collected by Collins. Can they find enough quality Aston Villa in the final third to get themselves a goal? Carew fancied himself with that, and it's always at the better angle to head it back, but headed it back straight to Chelsea. And there's more openness in the play now. And here goes Drogba, has a look to see what's on, but he might go himself. That's what he was doing, and it ran beyond Richard Dunn after Collins was left in Drogba's wake.
Great run, wasn't it? This is where Drogba's at his best. I'm not sure what Collins does here. I think he goes to the ground too easily, but Richard Dunn just done enough coming across to get the challenge in on Didier Drogba, and then Warnock got the all-important challenge after that to put it behind for a corner.
Easy for Dunn. Oh, it should have been easy to head it away, and it's put in by Drogba. John Terry was presented with possession, poked it forward, and Drogba, the Wembley specialist, did the rest. It's Aston Villa 0, Chelsea 1.
Well, that's why he's in the team, Martin. It's simple. For incidents like that, it was a really poor defensive header by Richard Dunn, I think it was. He should have went for height and distance. He's headed it straight at the foot of John Terry. He actually had a shot, which was a really poor one, but unfortunately for Villa, but fortunate for Chelsea, it landed at the feet of Didier Drogba, because I think it's Petrov it's picking up. Look, he's just wandered off of him. No one's picking him up. Came into him first time, left-footed strike, nothing that Brad Friedel could do about it. Not sure they come off the post early. They should have stayed on the post, came off them too early. Always taught, stay on the post as long as the ball's in and around the box. Ashley Young's there, he clears it, he stepped up, and it's left Drogba with a simple task of sliding into his left foot to give Chelsea the lead.
His 32nd goal of the season. Back for Downing. And the header was from Ashley Young. Actually, earlier in his career was a striker.
I'm not sure he was renowned for his heading though, no. Martin, was he? He wasn't the greatest header.
Richard Dunn was upfield. Lampard, strong blue line from Chelsea here. Kalou might go offside if he's not careful. Ballack with a brilliant ball, converted by Malouda. That's the semi-final one for Chelsea. They'll be back at Wembley on May the 15th.
That's how you cross it, Martin. That's how you cross the ball. young England players, take note. There's a German player coming onto the pitch. In 10 minutes he's shown you how you deliver the ball into the perfect area, and Malouda coming in at that far post, kept his eyes focused on the ball all the way, and then just side-footed past the helpless Brad Friedel, and he deserves that because he's been excellent in this second half. But what about this for a cross? He could have played it in early to Clue, he didn't, he waited, and what about that? That is inch perfect, and a side-footed right foot volley, half volley from Malouda, and nothing Friedel could do about it.
Malouda, who got 2 of the 7, but Carlo Ancelotti very grateful for an insurance goal here. And Downing almost wearily.
That's what I'm saying. No, the difference. Look at the difference in the crossing of the two sides. You know, people might not understand the importance of your final ball. Doesn't matter what you do out the wing, however you do 45 step overs, you beat 4 men. If you beat 4 men and cross over the bar, there's no point in doing that in the first place. Where it matters most is the final ball in. That's a difference between scoring a goal or not, as Chelsea have just proven once again there.
It's the face of defeat for Martin O'Neill at Wembley. Kalou, and it might be by a bigger margin, parried out by Friedel. Oh, and this time Malouda, not so trusty right foot from a bit further out.
Well, he snatched at this one, didn't he? It was an excellent save initially, wasn't it?
Would have been tough on Villa.
Yeah, it would have been. They don't deserve this, in fairness to them, but they have looked ragged in this second half, and I think they have lost the belief that they can win the game even earlier than the second goal going in, Martin. But the other problem they've got, and Martin O'Neill, is the hoodoo now at Wembley. You know, 2 occasions they've come here and they'll come away thinking we've been very unlucky. Maybe John Terry knows more about Aston Villa than we do, because he said in the 7-1 defeat they'd tire, and maybe he's got it right again here, because certainly as the games wore on they have looked jaded, haven't they, the Villa players?
Ashley Young, Zhirkov. Well, there's absolutely no need for Zhirkov to give away a free kick. Ashley Young was penned into the corner, the clock ticks on, but it's still a chance for Villa at least to register a goal in this semi-final. It will be too little too late. But, the Chelsea defenders and the goalkeeper will want a clean sheet. And it looks very much as though they're going to get it. Zhirkov, Malouda, he's away here. Petrov is trying to close him down. Anelka can play it on for Lampard, who wants to score all the time and does make it 3-0. A classic counter-attack. If it was Villa's first half, conclusively it's Chelsea's second.
Well, they've just shown the class, haven't they, Martin, in this second half, and look at the runs that they've all made there, how fresh they look getting back and how tired the Villa players were. Malouda involved once again, Anelka in there as well, and Frank Lampard. He's run 70 yards to score a goal. That's what it means to him. You can't even see him in the picture, Lampard. That's how far he's came from. Absolutely fantastic drive and run from Malouda. Little back heel into the path on Anelka. Gets his head up. I thought he took too long there initially. But look at him, coolness personified. He knows instinctively where the goals is. 2 touches out his feet and just bends in that bottom corner. Fabulous finish from a fabulous midfield player.
The Villa end is emptying. The Chelsea fans will stay and celebrate because they're coming back to Wembley on May the 15th. The holders are in the final again against either Spurs or Portsmouth. They've beaten Aston Villa by 3 goals to 0.